we're going to do now, we're going to do a little bit of lymphatic work on the face and the upper chest. This is excellent work. This is work that you would need some training in for the amount of pressure to use and the directional ways that you need to go to follow the lymphatic system. But it's an excellent therapy to do for congestion, sinus congestion, upper lung congestion, throat congestion, ears. A lot of my practice is with children with this work. A lot of ear infections that I see, a lot of congestion that I see. And it seems like after a series of antibiotics, the children aren't getting better like the parents would want. And a lot of times when the body has a chance to drain itself, the condition changes rather quickly. So slowly but surely, people are learning to maybe hold off on some of the medications and see if the body can turn itself before needing to have a little more radical type of treatment. And if this doesn't change it very much, then perhaps doing something a little more aggressive is in line. But what I find is if the lymphatic system is able to be kept open, there's not as much problem with these kinds of discomforts of the sinuses and throat, upper lungs. So here I'm just starting out. This is where we always start, by draining the neck. And then under the chin, there's rows of nodes all around the face, neck. There's also some techniques when the congestion is really bad where we actually sweep the inside of the mouth and the nose, ears, the eyes. All of this is following the directional flow of the lymphatic vessels. This is work that I've been doing for quite a while now, over 15 years. And I've really seen a lot of good that can come out of just getting the body's fluids moving. It really helps in a lot of conditions. I've had people come in that have just had facelifts or things removed on their face that has a scar, been able to work through that, take the swelling down much faster. A lot of post-operative type of work. It helps the healing to happen a little faster. So it's a very, very important modality. If you are a body worker out there, it would behoove you to check into it, but be sure that you have a good lymphatic base, because there's some work out there that does not follow the lymphatic system. It's very deep and it's very painful, and you don't need that kind of work to get the lymphatic system activated. I was trained from Dr. Bruno Chickley, so it's the Chickley method of lymphatic work, which has come out of the Upledger Institute. Very gently grabbing the eyes, very, very gently with this one, and then you rotate them just so slightly, and that will drain the eyeball. And it's amazing when the hands are trained to feel the subtleties of this moving fluid, just how full these tissues can get. And then we've got the ears that can be drained. Now, when I do this, a lot of times with children, when they've got very bad infections in their ears, it is just really full to do this. Kind of feels like squeezing a big dish rag, wringing it out. It has that kind of a feel to it, where the water is just being squeezed out of it. And there's a little bit of fluid retention in there. And then of course you always want to drain and rinse the system, rinse the area. That's why I repeat myself a lot. You first open up the nodes and then bring it down and then rinse it back. Okay, for the upper lung, just place your hands here and you can feel the pleura as well as you can feel the lung. The lung has a little more spongier feel. The pleura feels a little slipperier. But you can actually access that and feel it. It's more of an energetic sense. It is definitely there once the hands are trained for that. Which I think as people get this into their hands, that allows them to be a little more proficient at the work. Because they're actually able to feel what's going on and feel the flow of the system. Ask me to just pull her off slightly because there's some nodes that we want to get under the arm to complete the lung drainage. Just getting up under the nodes here. And then alongside the rib cage. Some more along the sternum. This is starting to chill. I like to just make sure that it's flowing there as well. And then to go back and map it just by feeling it, and there's a flow. She's moving towards the nodes. All the fluid is moving in the direction that it should be. This is Athena Jezik, and this was a lymphatic face and upper chest work.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. And I think there's a little bell up there that you can hit that you'll get a notification every time we post. So if you want to, you can hit that too. But thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it.